ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। The verse number 492. द्रष्टुः श्रोतुर्वक्तुः कर्तुर्भोक्तुर्विभिन्न एवाहम् नित्यनिरन्तर निष्क्रिय निस्सीमांग पूर्णबोधात्मा. The translation is, indeed, I am other than the seer, the hearer, the speaker, the doer, and enjoyer of individual experiences. I am eternal, unbroken, beyond activity, boundless, unattached, and infinite, the essence of all-pervading knowledge. We are studying the experience of disciple in state of realization. Your statement becomes more valuable if it is about yourself. When someone is in a state of madness or in a state of unconscious, he may say anything. In under influence of the toxin, someone may say without meaning. These statements, which we have been studying since last discourse, disciple is expressing itself in front of the Guru. These declarations are like the statement which has given in Gita by Lord Sri Krishna. The dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna began, and finally Arjuna said, Nashto moha smritir labdha tat prasadan mayachyuta. This is the purpose of dialogue. When Arjuna says, my delusions had finished, I got my memory. Here, same thing is happening with this disciple. This disciple also making very clear statements. about himself. He did not make such a statement before when he was identified with the body, when he was identified with the sense organs. Identification of the body will create illusion of seer, of listener, hearer, speaker, doer. These all illusions are because of the identification with the body. If someone has finished the illusion of the body, the illusion of the sense organs, and he realized himself, then this statement will come. He says, I am not Drishtu, Shira, witness. I am not Shir. Identification, because of identification with the sense organs, because of the identification with the sense organ of action, because the identification of the body, these illusions comes in our minds. I am doer, I am seer, I am thinker. He says, I am not doer, I am not experiencer, I am not seer, I am not hearer, I am not speaker. I am always continuous, and in me there is no any activity. I am without boundary, I am unattached, I am absolute, I am pure knowledge. So see, these statements were given by the disciple in front of the Guru, and they are absolutely correct. Now next one. Na aham idam, na aham ado, apyubhayo abhasakam param suddham, bahya abhyantar shunyam, purnam brahma aditya mev aham. See the translation. I am neither this nor that, but the supreme illuminator of both. I am pure, devoid of anything inner or outer. I am infinite. Verily, I am the non-dual Brahman. See the experience. See the realization. He says, I am neither this. This means which can be experienced. This means which can be experienced by sense organs, subtle world, gross world. So these all objects are gross, they are idam. Idam means this you can point out. Nor that, and there is some other entity which is, but we cannot see, we cannot experience. They are, they are invisible. The subtle world, they are like our mind. You cannot see your mind. Mind is, intellect is, but you cannot see. but you cannot deny, but you cannot see, you cannot experience. They are subtle. So he says, I am not this and I am not that. Instead, I am the illuminator of both. Illuminator means I know both. They exist. This world exists. How do you know? What the proof? What the proof? There is a chair. What the proof? There is a Himalaya. What the proof? There is a water. So you say simply, I am the proof. Everyone can say, I am the proof. I have seen. I have seen. There is a chair. So I am the proof. I have mind. I am the proof. Avavasaka means illuminator, the knower. I am the knower of both. And I am pure. Param, absolute. Beyond of all activities or thoughts. Bahya abhyantar shunyam. Bahya means outside, without. Antar means within. So this is the concept. This is the concept within and without. This concept comes because of identifying. I am identifying myself with the body. If I accept body is a point, then there is a within and without. Now I am not body. I am consciousness. So for consciousness, there is no within and no without. Normally we think the consciousness or my soul or myself is residing in the body. Commonly this thought is always everywhere. The soul is inside the body. But here we have to understand that totally different. Your soul is not in the body. Your body is in the soul. Soul is everywhere, like sky. Like sky. So our body is in the soul. Soul is not in the body. So make it clear. Bahya abhyantar shunyam, Shankaracharya says, the disciple declares, here is no within and no without in me. I am the Purnam, complete. For complete, there is no within, no without. Brahma aditya mevaham. I am the alone consciousness. I am the alone everywhere. Brahman means the one who is everywhere. Now next. Nirupamam anadi tattvam tvam aham ada iti kalpana duram nityanandaikarasam satyam brahma dvitiya meva aham. See the translation. I am uncomparable, the beginningless reality beyond all imagined distinctions such as you and I and this and that, the essence of all bliss, eternal, the truth, non-dual Brahman, I. See, now he's giving more his statements about itself. There is no comparison for me. The disciple says in front of the Guru, there is no comparison for me. For compare, at least two things are needed. Then we can compare. Two things are needed. Otherwise, we cannot compare. Like sky, you cannot compare. Sky is like, no, there is no like. Sky is one. You can compare the earth. Scientists can think somewhere there may be a planet like earth. Somewhere in the sky, in the universe, there may be a planet like earth. There would be a life, water, air, human beings. So you can compare earth with other earth. But we cannot compare to the sky because there is no other sky. Same. You cannot compare consciousness. Consciousness is like what? There is no other consciousness. Consciousness is one. The reality is one. Other is unreality. So there is no other consciousness. That is why we cannot compare consciousness with other consciousness. And you cannot compare consciousness with inert, like chair. For comparison, there must be similarity. So consciousness cannot be compared with the inert because inert is very different. The reality cannot be compared with the unreality. So I am the uncomparable Anaditattvam. I am the beginningless, without beginning. And he's saying one more point. In our life, we deal in three ways: you, I, and this. The whole language is working with this way: I, you, and this. But you think I is not fixed anywhere. You is not fixed anywhere. This is not fixed anywhere. These all are just imagination. When I speak, I will tell I or me. I will indicate to myself as I. But when you address me, you will tell me you. For you, I am not I. And for me, you are not I. So I is not permanent. And which is not permanent, and sometimes there, sometimes not, it means it is an imagination. So I, you, and this. These all are just imagination. Sometimes I is here, sometimes I is there, sometimes I is somewhere else. Same. Sometimes you is here, sometimes you may be there, sometimes here may be somewhere else. So I, you, and this person. These all are just concept, notions, imagination. They don't have any reality. He says, so that is why I am not, see the wording. He says, I am not you, and I am not this. Actually, I am not imagination, I am truth. Kalpana Duram, Nityanandaikarasham. I am the eternal bliss. Nityanandaikarasham. I am always bliss. My bliss is not conditioned. My happiness is not because of something. I am happy. My bliss is my nature, my reality, my existence. My existence and happiness are not different, like rose and its fragrance. They are not different. Rose flower is there. You cannot separate its essence. So my nature is happiness. Nityanandai karasham satyam brahma advitiyam eva aham. He says, O Guru, I am the Brahman without second. Now, next one. नारायणोऽहं नरकान्तकोऽहं पुरान्तकोऽहं पुरुषोऽहमीशः अखण्डबोधो अहम् अशेषसाक्षी निरीश्वरोऽहं निरहं च निर्मम. Very beautiful verse. First see the translation. I am Narayana. I am the slayer of Narka. I am the destroyer of Tripurasura. I am the supreme being, the Lord. I am the undifferentiated consciousness. I am the witness of everything. I have no other Lord, and I am devoid of sense of I and mine. Very beautiful. When you heard this statement, you must remember the Gita. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna was made some statements in front of the Arjuna. First, see the Sri Krishna. When Krishna is the son of Vasudeva, in this aspect, he is someone's son, he is someone's father, brother, husband, and other relative. He is just relative. If Krishna is the son of Vasudeva, then he is brother, he is uncle, he is father, and other relatives. But when in battle of the Kurukshetra, he made a statement in front of the Arjuna, and he said, Aham Atma Gudakis. O Arjun, I am the consciousness. I am the consciousness which is residing everywhere. If you take this aspect, so this Krishna is not son of Vasudeva. This Krishna is consciousness. So that time, such a declaration can be made. If someone has happened, one with the self, this is not an individual soul. It becomes just soul. So when Sri Krishna made the statement in Gita, I am this, I am that, I am the sun, I am the Indra, I am the Rudra, I am the Narayana, I am the Ram, and everything. And lastly, he said, there is nothing beyond me. Matta partaram nanyas. Finally, he said, O Arjun, it is not possible to me to describe everything. You just understand that there is nothing beyond of me. I am everywhere. This time, Sri Krishna is not a son of Vasudeva. In this state, he is a Lord, he is a consciousness, he is a Brahman, he is a God. Here also, the disciple is now a state of consciousness. He can make such a statement. He says, O Guru, I am the Narayana, I am the Vishnu. Surprisingly, Guru says, really? He says, as I am Narayana. Then he asks, what does mean Narayana? Sishya said, Narayana means I destroy demon Naraka. So there is a story in mythology, in scriptures. There was a Asur demon. His name was Narak. Narak. It was son of earth. Lord Sri Krishna killed him. Disciple says, I am Narayana, means I killed the Narakasur. And it is an example. He wants to say, I am Narayana, whatever Narayana did, I did. So there is no difference, me and Narayana. And next he says, Purantakoham, Tripurantakoham. Purantak, he wants to say that I am the Shiva. Purantak means there was 3 asuras. They had boons from the Brahma, and consequence they had 3 cities. Pur means city. So they honored 1 city, each one, and Mahadevji, Shiva, killed all 3 simultaneously. So Shiva's name is Tripurantakari. He says, Purantakoham, I am the Narayana, I am the Shiva. Because I am identified with the consciousness. Purusho aham Ishvara. I am the residing everybody. Purusha means, Pur means the body. Isha means who is residing. I am residing everywhere. The disciple says to the Guru, I am residing in everybody. I am residing in insects. I am residing in the animals. I am residing in the human beings. I am residing in the Narayana. I am residing in the Lord Shiva. Everywhere I am residing. Purusha Akhanda Bodho Aham Asesa Sakshi. I am the unbroken knowledge. Unbroken knowledge. Knowledge means the understanding. Knowledge is your nature. Knowledge cannot be gained. It could be just discovered. You can discover it. You cannot create it. Knowledge is always. So it is not creation. Knowledge is not creation. It is just discovery. It is hidden. in your mind, in your intellect. So remove some obstacles. You are studying Vivekchudamani. You are getting some knowledge. It does not mean we are creating knowledge. We are just discovering knowledge. Knowledge is there. You may forget. So just remember, unbroken. Knowledge was given to the Brahmaji by the Lord. And it is continuously, it is remaining everywhere. So we are discovering in very beginning, Lord gave knowledge to the Brahma according to mythology. And Brahma gave it his disciple or son, then he gave another, and knowledge is this way continuously is coming to us. So we are not creating the knowledge, we are just discovering the knowledge unbroken. Aham Ashesha Sakshi, he says, I am the witness of everything. I am witness of everything means what? I am watching everything directly. Directly. In individual soul, we can see any things through our eye. Eyes are medium. If we don't have eye, we cannot perceive the color. If someone do not have eye, it cannot see the color shape. Someone does not have ears, he cannot hear sounds. So these are mediums for individual soul. But I am not individual soul. Ashesha Sakshi. I am watching everything. I am watching everyone. Nirisharo Aham. And he says, I am without Lord. I am the controller of the entire universe. But no one is controller of for me. Nirishara, I am not controlled by anyone. Consciousness is free. Absolutely free. Who will control it? Consciousness cannot be controlled by the inert. And consciousness is free. So we think there is a God who has all powers. Yes, God has all power. So what does it mean by God? God means, Shankaracharya is very, very intelligent, very clear. He does not give any name. He says just simply consciousness. Simply says Brahman. He simply says Atman. He does not give any name. You can give name. He wants to avoid names. So you can give any name. But who is the final controller of the universe? He says, Nirisharo Aham, I am the controller of the world. No one is controller of me. Niraham cha niramama, and I am without I-ness and myness. Now next one. सर्वेषु भूतेषु अहमेव संस्थितो ज्ञानात्मनान्तरबहिराश्रयासन् भोक्ता च भोग्यं स्वमेव सर्वं यद्यत् पृथक् दृष्टमिदं तया पुरः. See, I am the sole reality residing in all beings in the form of knowledge. Being their eternal and external support, I myself am the experiencer and the experienced. I am all that was previously experienced by me, distinctly as this and not this. See, these statements are very similar the statements of Lord Sri Krishna, which he was given in Gita. Sarveshu bhuteshu ahamev sanstita. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, I am everywhere. Sutre mani gana eva. Like a thread in a garland. In a garland, there is a thread. Thread connects all flowers, diamonds. So thread is the soul of garland. It does not appear. The thread is not visible. Visibles are just flowers, but they are united because of the thread. If you remove the thread, the garland will disappear. Flowers, diamonds may be there, but not a garland. Here, Lord Sri his disciple says, Sarveshu bhuteshu ahameva sanstita. Every individual is separate. I am separate, you are the separate, everyone is separate. Everyone has its own speciality. Every flower has its own uniqueness. Every animal, every human being, you have your own space in this creation. You have your own space in entire world. It cannot be fulfilled without you. You are unique. Your special space is in this creation. And not only you, every single small creature has its own space. A small flower. Everything has its own very special character. Everyone, everything is different from each other. That is why they are different. That is why they have their boundaries. They have their limitations. One flower is not other flower. One human is not another human. One tree is not other tree. Every tree is different. Every flower is different. Every human being is different. Everything is different from each other. But one thing is very common. Sarveshu bhuteshu ahameva sanstita. The disciple says, one thing is very common. It is everywhere. Myself, yourself, themselves. Everything, everyone has its own different character. But one thing is very common, and that is the knowledge. Knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere. Brahmaji also has knowledge. And very small insect, an ant. Very small insect has also knowledge. They also can think. So knowledge is everywhere. Brahmaji has knowledge. Human being also has. Animals also has. Insects. And now scientists also are saying that trees also has knowledge. The trees, plants, they all also has knowledge. In our scriptures, there are clearly written not only trees and animals, plants has knowledge, even stone also has knowledge. So knowledge is everywhere. Disciple says, Sarveshu bhuteshu ahameva sanstito jnanatmana. I am everywhere in shape of the knowledge. I am different, but my knowledge, your knowledge, and their knowledge, her knowledge, his knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge is the self. Antar vahirasrayasan. I am with him and I am without. I am everywhere. And now he says, Pura. Pura before this state. When I was not realized. That time, bhoktata bhogyam sameva sarvam. When I was ignorant, that time there was bhokta. I am enjoyer. I am enjoyer. Experiencer. And food is experienced. I am experiencer. Food is experienced. It was when I was unrealized. But now there is no bhokta. Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavi, Brahmagnau, Brahmanahutam, everything is Brahman, as Lord Sri Krishna said. Now, next one. Mai khanda sukham bodhau bahuda vishwabhichayah utpadyante viliyante maya maruta vibhramat. See the translation. In me, the ocean of unbroken bliss, endless waves of universe, rises and subsides by the play of the storm of Maya. See, he says, my nature is like shoreless ocean. My nature is, my essential nature is like shoreless ocean. An ocean of happiness, ocean of bliss. It is without shore, unlimited. Here, when we see the ocean, in ocean, what is the ocean? Ocean is just a water. The collection of the water is ocean. We think there is water in the ocean. We think and we say there is water in the ocean. But no, the reality is in the water, ocean is imagined. Ocean is imagination. The reality is the water. In the ocean, there are so many waves. There are so many ripples arising, appearing, and disappearing. There are some small, some are big, like tsunami. And they're happening, appearing, disappearing, but they do not make any difference in the water. Water remains always the same. And for creating the waves, ocean does not do anything. Ocean, the water does not do anything. Just they are happening because of the nature. This is the nature of the ocean. Ripples appearing and disappearing. It is nothing to do with the ocean, with the water. He says, my nature is like ocean. And in this nature, the all creations appearing and disappearing. There are so many universities in mythology, in our scriptures, there are written, there are so many creations, not one creation. Yata thata purva makalpa. Every time new creations comes and destroy. And we think what the cause of creation. We discuss, we apply logic, how it has happened, what the reason of the cosmos, what the reason of the universe, what the reason of the creation. The disciple says, "Oh Guru, there is no reason. This is the nature. It is happening. It is happening. It is like in the ocean, there are waves because of the winds. Same in my nature, in my reality. So many creations arises and disappears, subsides. Utpad Maya Maruta Vibhramat. The cause is delusion. Now, next one. स्थूलादिभावः मयि कल्पिता भ्रमात् आरोपितानुस्फुरणेन लोके काले यथा कल्पवत्सराय ऋणत्वादयो निष्खल निर्विकल्पे. See, concepts of the gross etc. are wrongly imagined in me by people due to continuous manifestation of superimpositions. Just as in time, which is the invisible, indicible, and absolute cycle, years, half years, seasons, etc., are imagined. See, the disciple says, he's giving an example. Example is like of time. Time. There are so many big philosophies what time is. What time is. Here disciple says to the Guru, in the time cannot be divided. Time is one. You cannot separate the time. It is like you can understand universal truth is if there is a darkness, then we think there is a night. If there is a day, light, then we can think there is a day. So this is the day, this is the night. This thought is universal truth. This is common for everyone. Everyone can understand this is a daytime, this is a night time. Except that there is no universal truth about time. But for our convenience, we impose some points in the time. Like this Sunday. Sunday is not written anywhere in the time. Monday is not written anywhere in the time. If someone is in the coma, after few days, he get out from the coma. He cannot understand what day is because there is no written in the day. Today is Sunday. He will ask someone, what is day? Someone will say, today is Sunday. He has to believe. So in time, we Sunday, Monday, months, years, 100 years. We put so many points. Same, he says, in the same way, the gross, the subtle, these all states, waking state, dreaming state, and deep sleep, these all are not with me, but people think they are in me. I am beyond of them. Now next, आरोपितं नाश्रयदूषकं भवेत् कदापि मूढैरतिदोषदूषितैः नात्रीकरोत्युषर्भूमिभागं मारीचिकावारिमः He says that which is superimposed by people deluded by the defects in their mind can never sully the substratum, even if the great concourse of the water perceived in a mirage can never wet the desert tract. Now he is giving one more example. When we see mirage in the hot sand, there is hot sand because of delusion, optical delusion. We see there is mirage, water, a river. River is illusion, and we go there and we check there. There is no water, no river. And this river, this water, does not affect the sand. Sand is without weight. It does not leave any effect. So imaginary water cannot make any difference in the sand. Same, he says, in me, in the self, because of ignorance, people think there is a death, there is a birth, there is a old age. These all does not make any difference in the self. Now next, आकाशवल्ले विदूरगोहम आदित्यवद्भास विलक्षणोहम आहार्यवन्नित्य विनिश्चलोहम अम्बोधिवत्पारि विवर्जितोहम. He says, like space, I am beyond all contamination. Like the sun, I am distinct from things illuminated. Like the mountain, I am always motionless. Like the ocean, I am limitless. He is explaining himself. How to explain? So that is why he is giving so many examples. I am uncontaminated, like sky. Sky cannot be contaminated by anything. So I am not contaminated. There may be sin, there may be virtue. Both are unattached with me. I am not illuminated. I am illuminated like the sun. Sun illuminates everything. It does not need to illuminate by anything. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, Mamaivanso Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana. Yadadittigatam Tejo Jagat Bhasete Khilam. He says, O Arjun, wherever you see light, this light comes from the me. The sun also does not have light its own. Sun gets light from me. Yadadittigatam Tejo Jagat Bhasete Khilam. Same, the moon, the stars, the fire, everything has light from the me. And he says, I am Achal, without motion, like mountain. Mountain is the symbol for motionless. Himalaya cannot move. So Himalaya is the Thought 4, motionless. I am motionless like Himalaya. I cannot move because I am everywhere. I am everywhere, so I cannot move. And I am the ocean of limitless. I am limitless like ocean, like the sea. I do not have any limitations. Now, next one. Name dehe sambandho meghe naiva vihayasa अतः कुतो में तद्धर्म जागृत सुषुप्तया. The meaning is, I am not connected with the body, just as the clouds have no connection with the sky. So how can I be subject to states of waking, dreaming, and deep sleep that are attributes of the body? And he says, O Guru, I do not have any connection with the body. In the connection means identification. I do not have any identification with the body. Body is working in because of me. Gross body, subtle body, causal body, they are working because of me. They require me, but I don't require them. He's giving an example like clouds are moving in the sky. Clouds are moving here and there. Wind takes clouds here and there. The space does not have any connection with the clouds. Clouds cannot affect the sky. Without any connection, sky remains always same. These all bodies are roaming in me. We have notion that soul is inside the body. Shankaracharya says, if you will get experience of your real nature, you will experience that you are not in the body. Bodies are in you. Bodies are roaming in you. Sometimes this body, sometimes that body. Not only this particular body. All bodies. Wherever bodies are, human body, animal's body, these all bodies are wandering, roaming, where in this soul. So I am not connected with the body. See the clear statement, very clear statement he is giving. I am not connected, I am not bounded with the body. So, quality of the body cannot affect me. The quality of the bodies are what? Waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep. These all are the quality of the body's minds. I am unaffected by these. Ata kuto me tat dharma jagri supra susuptaya. So I am not waking, I am not dreaming, I am not in deep sleep, I am always aware. I am always beyond of them. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Santi Shanti Santi. Shankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Isharo Gururatmeti मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।